my channel. My name is Lisa and you're watching Fully Simple. So why did I use that thumbnail? It's because today we're going to talk about the refrigerator and how to clean it, how to organize it, and the grossest part of the fridge is the top. So you can almost sometimes write your name in it. And after I got done doing that, I scrubbed it, washed it, and cleaned it. But I want to show you a secret so you never have to scrub or clean the top of your refrigerator again. So jump up here with me on the fridge and let me show you. Okay, so the secret is, I learned this from a friend a long time ago. After you've scrubbed and cleaned and washed it, take everything off, put down some plastic, some cellophane. Strip it just like it's a big brownie and even go the horizontal, vertical, do it all which way, and then you will notice that it sticks and it'll stay to the fridge. And the little bit of heat up here holds it on. So then put your stuff back up. You can turn the corners a little bit so that you don't see it. And put your things back on it. And in about 6 months, when this thing is really, really dirty, you don't have to clean it. You take all your stuff off and you just peel it off the fridge. Wipe down maybe the little surfaces right here. But then you put your cellophane back on. So I think this is going to be a good trick for you, and then you won't have to sit there and try to scrub that grease from bacon and food off the top of your fridge. All right, so now we're going to go into the fridge. Okay, so we're down. One thing I wanted to bring up about that cellophane also, if you have planter shelves, you can put those up there too, and it works just great. If they're brand new planter shelves, do it like today. Go put some cellophane up there so that the grease doesn't settle in. If you have an older home, you can mix up a concoction of like a 1/4 cup of baking soda, Dawn detergent, and a 1/4 cup of apple cider, or not apple cider, white vinegar, and paint it on. Don't let it be too watery. You don't want to put water on top of wood, but make it like a thick paste. And then leave it for like 2 hours, and then you can vacuum it up and it will pull a lot of that grease right out of there. And then once it's dry and clean, then put your cellophane on. And it just makes you feel good. You have your house all clean, and then you know, even the tops of my planter shelves, every 6 months, pull it off and it'll work great. Okay, so getting into the fridge. So let's get into it. Okay, so when you're going into the fridge, it can be a hard job to tackle. You may have had 2-3 months of food. The pandemic has caused a lot of issues because we all raced out and got food. Somebody spilled a soda, the grape jelly dumped over. I know my husband likes cherries in his whiskey. Everything just becomes a mess. So take everything, start only on the top shelf. Remember, corner to corner or an area to area. Start on only your top shelf. Take everything out. Get you a hot soapy bowl, scrub all the sides, the top. But I will tell you a tip that I have found, that anything in the back never gets used. You know, it's those artichoke hearts or those little tomatoes in water. They're stuck back there and they're moldy. So get some of these little Lazy Susans. They're like $8 at Walmart. And put 2 of them up there and push them all the ways to the back. That way you know what's in the back. It's only these. And face all the names out on the front. Put your jellies together. I have a lot of sun butter for some reason, so I had to dump over there. Your mayo, your biscuits, all your little things that you go to. And then you can line up your big jars, like your olives and your pickles, over to the side. And then, yeah, if you put something up here, obviously you're going to use it, it's your fridge, then that's okay, it's up front, but you know that your big stuff's in the back. This has been just like a game changer for me, looking and hunting for those little things. And then for the kids, like the juice boxes, these little plastic containers are great because they end up laying everywhere, they get squished, and then the juice comes out. So lining those all up is there. Now I put my bread, I'm from Florida, so, you know, in Florida, we always put our bread in the fridge, and I still have it in my mind. I have to put my bread in the fridge. So I do put that there. Then someone just flipped this the wrong way, but these are great because you can put them on their side because the spout is on the top and they do not drip if your camera lady doesn't put it upside down. Okay. And then, you know, your big dairy products you can put there, but you have room. You know how you're always packing it after a grocery haul, and then you make a big salad that night, or pasta salad, and then you have nowhere to put it. Or someone comes over and says, surprise, I got an ice cream cake, or where can I put it? And you have nowhere to put it. You need to have a little bit of real estate saved for that salad or that big thing you're thawing out that you don't normally have there, because it gets eaten up pretty quick. But I like to keep a big spot. So this is my salad, pasta salad real estate. And then on the other side here, we have so many sauces. And we do a lot of cooking at home, as I said before. So you need sauces, you need your balsamic vinegar. We do a lot of caprices and coffee creamers, big things, ketchup, chocolate for my daughter. She makes chocolate coconut milk. And then, of course, I put butters up here, salad dressings. For some reason, we have a lot of ketchup. I don't know what's going on. Oh, our RV, we closed our RV down for the winter, so we ended up having doubles of everything that was in the RV. And then my sweets, my cherries. Try to get your cherries in a spot where they're not gonna be dumped over, because for some reason they're the first to go. It's always the jelly, the chocolate, and the cherry juice everywhere. And then little things, you know how they have these little bins on this side that you're thinking, what am I supposed to put in that? It's great for probiotics, the little tiny thing, sesame seed oil. But start at the top, then go to your next shelf, make that really good. And then when you look up, you're like, oh, that looks so good, I love it. And then you slowly work your way down. Then the fruit bin, there's fruits or vegetables. Now I do happen to have organic salad in here, but most of the time it's fruits. So put your little setting on fruits, because the temperature changes for the fruit and the vegetable. And I keep my vegetables over here. I do not take them out of the plastic because they go bad. I leave them in there. A lot of people want to fix it up really pretty and put it on wooden bowls, but they wilt and they go bad. And then I can't check the dates on things. So I leave all my stuff alone. I know I've seen people who take all their orange juice and put it in a beautiful container and write juice. But what happens when you get to this much and you need to put that juice on top of the old juice? You know, the containers to me are fine. There's nothing wrong with them, and they have something super important on them, and that's the expiration date. You really want to know that. Down here, I always put cold cuts, cheeses, some of my butters. I got one of these little egg trays. These are great because, well, like I said, we have an RV, so eggs go bad. So we would put all our eggs in here, and then I could just carry them back and forth all summer when we would go camping. And then my garlic. And then I say, especially with the pandemic, keep your butters and the little ketchups from DoorDashes and things in a Ziploc. You never know what could happen, and you're gonna need a little ketchup or butter. So now, let's tackle the freezer. Okay, so we're in the freezer. I don't know if you have a side-by-side or a pull-out drawer. We happen to have a pull-out drawer. This has been a huge mess all the time. Like, my family will go to Costco. My husband will come in, he'll just kind of throw things wherever there's a spot. But if you organize it, have a family meeting, line them all up, and I just did this week again. So anything that is just single, like these little egg things, a little burrito, you know, you have the little poppers left over. I don't know if you have any these little ice cube things, popsicles. They all know, do not dig through the whole fridge. It's over here. If you're looking for one thing, a popsicle, something, it's over here. So my daughter and I eat a lot of plant-based stuff. So we put, instead of digging and diving for it, it's all over here. If we're looking for something, my husband does make us a sourdough loaf of bread each week. But the Impossible Meat, this is delicious, guys. You can make meatballs, lasagna, and you swear it's meat. So we put all of that in here, pita shells, anything to do with plants, all the gardenia stuff, the smart bacon, that's here. We don't have to dig anymore. Over here on this side is vegetables. You know these bags of vegetables? If you put everything together, you're going to spend your life hunting. So spinach, anything like the frozen rolls are over here, keto waffles, anything that's not meat is over here. And then I dedicated this to my husband, who's trying to do mostly keto. He goes and buys these big, huge chicken hacks over at Costco and salmon. You can, a lot of you don't realize this, but this little middle thing moves in here. And I gave him more room for that kind of meat. And we keep our plants here. So when he's digging for a piece of salmon, meats are over there, veggies are over here, plant-based stuff is here, single things are here. And it makes it really easy. So when I took all my stuff out, and I just did this a month ago, I took everything out. The crumbs were crazy on the bottom. So I vacuumed all the crumbs up, put the brush attachment onto your vacuum, and it comes right up. And then you might need a little wet paper towel to clean everything down. So by doing that, that really saved me a lot of time, where I used to just have a hot bowl of water and clean it up. As long as they're dry crumbs and you don't have any water laying down there, yeah, the vacuum works just great. So now let's talk about the outside of the fridge. So anyway, getting to the outside of the fridge, if you've got stainless steel, it's always got the fingerprints on it. The one huge thing I found that I cannot believe how good this works. Everything I've ever tried, this is unbelievable. It's this stainless steel wipes, Lehman, I get these at Myers. So they come out like a wipey, and you wipe it on the fridge and it looks like, what? It's just lotion everywhere. And then you walk away and 5 minutes later you come back and, it's beautiful. Sometimes I take a little paper towel and wipe off a little bit of it, but it just makes it so shiny. And they're like $5, $6, so I'm sparing. I don't do it constantly, but when you do it, it just feels really good. The other plug I want to give is there's no royalty, nothing's being paid to me for this, but my daughter-in-law, she has an Instagram name, Oils to Atticus, and she sells Young Living. And this has been really nice. It smells wonderful. It's a household cleaner. It's all natural from plants. You only need a teeny little bit compared to how much water. So I will take a Windex bottle and put just a little bit in the bottom, fill the whole Windex bottle up, and I'll wash my floors, my windows, the mirror, everything with that. So you can use that even on your shelves if you want to keep it clean and it does not leave a yucky residue. And clean the outside of your fridge. If you need to buy a filter, you should change your filter when you're doing this. And also take note, this little drawer pulls out on your fridges, and some of them, sometimes you think, well, how am I going to get in there? Then you pop, these pop open, and then you can clean those. Scrub everything down and you just feel good. Your fridge is clean, the top of your fridge is clean, and it's just a good feeling to know that your whole kitchen now is done. So next, we're going to work on the pantry. A lot of people wonder, well, where do I put the cans, the chips? There's such a mess in there. Everyone's just shoving stuff, the crumbs. I just cleaned it last week. It's a mess again. So we're gonna work on that for next week. But thank you so much for watching. And please, if you haven't yet, subscribe and give me a big thumbs up and hit that notification bell, because when we come out with a new one, it'll let you know. Thanks.